Welcome to Frisky Discs. This is Tim. Today we're playing Crivaro Park. It's a 9-hole course just south of downtown Des Moines that was built in 2007. There's one review on the PGA website. It says it's a short open course that is tough to navigate and was rated with 1 star. The park is named after Mayor Pete Crivaro, who served between 1979 and 1986. He was diagnosed with a brain tumor during his second term and passed away on Christmas Day of 1986. Mayor Crivaro was well known for his tirades at city council meetings and once admonished an atheist for challenging the city on praying before city council meetings. Mayor Crivaro reportedly told him he was going to pray whether it was illegal or not, slammed down his gavel, and declared the matter closed.
Kind of a sad story, though.
He didn't lose the battle either, right? They still do prayers at city council meetings.
No, not that part. The dying on Christmas Day.
Oh, yeah, no, that's pretty sad.
Oh.
I agree with that. But, yeah, no, my thought was more like, hey, you know, he kind of won. It's 31 years later, and
I don't know about
think they still
praying
do that.
places, but telling people they can't pray is also not okay. So, you know, I don't know.
Prayer at government functions maybe shouldn't be done.
Can you do it privately? Is that not okay?
I mean, they have changed it more where they represent all religions when they do it. They generally still do.
Take a moment to do whatever you need to do spiritually, and then we'll reconvene and do
Yeah, exactly. How about moment of silence?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do a moment of silence before we get going and before we start battling it up here in the city council meeting.
I'm down with that. I don't know that my opinion matters, but I'm on board.
So today I am throwing a Destroyer from Innova. This is a new disc to me. We have played 6 holes. I don't think I'm doing well with it. I should have maybe stuck with the Beast X. But I am throwing the Avere from Innova as usual as my putter.
Hi, this is Fancy Boatwright. Today I'm throwing with my D-Star Daedalus and my Devil Hawk putter because those are the only discs I own. If you want to know the whole story, my other disc crumpled in a tragic car accident, which I survived without a scratch. So, I mean, maybe for another day we'll discuss that.
This one's for Cheetah Bitch.
Cheetah Bitch.
Oh, my name's Shantell, and I have the Beast and the Go Gator for the putter.
Yep.
Go Gator. She appears hot.
I don't
She's
know.
trying to pile her hair up on the top of her head.
He did not throw for that putt, did he? Oh, yeah, he did. Not a bad putt then.
Every time she throws,
2
she
in a
has
row.
this look. I thought at first it was at me because I was
3 in a
talking about her,
row.
but she just seemed to give that glare to anyone in the surrounding area.
Possibly. You know, man, I'm going to tell you, the way she's dressed and everything else, I think it may not be a first date situation, but I do think this is a dating situation.
And it was not a, she was not briefed on what they were going to be doing.
I don't even think it's that. I think it's like first or, third date, and he's been talking about disc golfing nonstop. And she's like, oh, I'd love to try that with you.
I love disc golf.
And in her skull, she's like, oh, we'll go play this
Frisbee.
disc golf game with the Frisbees, and then we'll go get some dinner. And I don't think there's dinner afterwards.
No wonder she's pissed. She didn't know what she was getting into. She's like, this outfit is totally inappropriate.
And there's also these 3 weirdos sitting at a table staring at us the whole time, watching us play disc golf.
I mean, we can hear them, but I don't know what to say.
They don't think we can hear them, but we definitely can. They're the loudest people in this park.
We do assume that they're crazy, and we don't want to engage them in conversation.
Exactly.
So, did you wear overalls growing up?
Yes, I did.
Were they full length? Were they short?
Like both. That was like in high school back in the late 90s.
Unfortunately, I wore both. Did you?
When you say overalls, do you mean like the blue jean sort of?
That's
they
what
have
I had in mind,
snappers.
but regardless of what fabric, did you wear the style?
No, I mean we had overalls that were like wintry clothing that fit over your whole body.
Okay. No,
for like
that's
stripping
like a
tobacco
snowsuit.
and
No,
stuff.
that's not what I mean.
Yeah, we just called them overalls.
No, but the skinny straps over your shoulder that held your pants up.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about
Yeah.
as overalls. I was just asking. I don't remember wearing them.
I used
Maybe
to wear
when
them
you're
a
very
lot
little.
in high school.
It seems like when I was a kid though, like late 80s in rap, it was cool to wear overalls, but like
Maybe with
one of
one
them was
strap.
unbuttoned. Yes, exactly.
They're impractical.
Yeah.
Like, why are your pants attached to your upper parts? I'll tell you why overalls don't make sense, because one time we were on a trip for one of my friend's birthday party to the mall, and we were cool like most kids, and we all dressed the same.
Nice.
Instead of stopping at a gas station like normal people to pee, the mom just pulled off into a farm pasture and told us, hey girls, go pee. And I think there was about 5 of us, and every single one of us peed on our suspender straps, and it smelled like shit all day long.
Oh man.
Technically it was urine, but they smelled
I don't know. I think I'd rather smell poop than urine.
I'm not sure.
I don't know, man.
You
Depends
guys
on
have
the
both
urine.
changed.
I was in 7th or 8th grade because I was supposed to go to NASA Space Camp
Ooh.
that summer, and
that a thing?
yes, it definitely is. It was in Huntington Beach, Alabama, I think. He died 1 week before I was supposed to go, and my parents left it in my hands to decide.
Would you have missed the funeral?
I decided to go to the funeral, but
So they waited a week for the funeral?
No, like I was supposed to go out in like 2 days, so it was only 2 days till the funeral. It was pretty much
probably a good decision, but
I don't know. Yeah, as an adult, actually, I mean, not to sound like an asshole, but I think space camp was the better decision.
And who would have remembered, like, oh, Tim didn't go to the funeral?
Yeah, I mean, I was in, honestly, yeah, it was 7th grade. It was between 7th and 8th grade that he passed away. But I did have a great summer there because we spent a lot more time out there because, you know, my grandmother lost her husband.
Yeah.
Man, we roamed the creeks. We found
This
dilapidated.
was where again?
This would be in Willisville, Kentucky, which it makes there's no frame of reference, but like 30 minutes from Springfield is Willisville, and Springfield is 40 minutes from Bardstown, which is 45 minutes from Louisville. So if you know Kentucky at all, you get what I'm talking about.
But is it like rural? Is it a city?
Oh, it's totally rural. Yeah.
Are there crocodiles and snakes and scary things?
Oh yeah, it's all farmers, everything else. But we spent so much time back in these creeks.
So
and like
you could have died, but you survived.
Actually, one day I ripped off my fingernail. I told my cousin we were lifting this big log to make a dam in the creek because we were going to creek up the dam and then swim around, tear the dam down later so the water flows. But you know, you can get a creek pretty deep by building a dam. I told him, if you feel it slipping, just let me know so I can let go. My cousin was an idiot, and of course he did not, and the whole log just slammed on my finger. And as a human being, I just reacted and pulled my hands out. When I pulled my hands out, the middle finger on my right hand was trapped, and I pulled the whole fingernail out. So I had to go to the emergency room, which was
just like bleeding uncontrollably.
Yeah, and they really didn't do a lot, man. They, you know, kind of stopped the bleeding.
Did they give you stitches? I don't know.
They just throw Neosporin on it, and you know your nail grows back essentially.
Yeah, sometimes it's fucked up when it comes back at first.
Yeah, it does come back.
You know, I ripped mine off. Like I had my pinky finger through the chain on a swing set. Somehow it got ripped off.
Oh, Jesus. She's trying to line up.
Yeah, he was trying to give her...
giving a few tips.
She's exasperated, and he's trying to...
The old slap the midget.
Too high. Wind caught you.
Yeah, sure did. Pulled her back a bit. And now he shows his male superiority.
By throwing another one?
Yeah. By trying to hit it again, but, you know, he didn't do that great either. She might actually be closer in range.
Unless he's I mean, like, if she's really impressed by him, I don't anticipate that she'll be doing a lot of disc golf in the future. This might be the last attempt.
Could be.
So, yesterday, I won't say I solved it, but I mean, I was there when the mystery was solved. There's been a missing cat at our apartment complex. The cat's name is Abby. She's described as being gray and very vocal. There are at least 2 flyers on every single door, and this has been up for a couple weeks, so I'm well versed in looking for Abby. Like I was on the lookout. And then yesterday, I was trying to leave the building, but I couldn't because a lady was standing in front of the door, staring at the door. So when she finally noticed me and allowed me to open the door, I said, "Oh, have you seen Abby, the vocal cat?" And she said, "Yeah, I think so, but it's a sad story. I have to tell you. Everyone I know has been giving me crap because my car smells so bad. So I took it into a repair shop, and they told me they found a dead cat inside." She's like, I don't know if it's the same cat, but I mean, what are the chances? Well, you know, at least you can call Abby's parents and let them know what happened. And then I wasn't sure if that was actually a good idea. Would you rather know that your cat had died, or just not know and assume that they're out there living a full life?
You know, I have a similar story about my cat. We had her for maybe a month. I think we got her in October, and we took her down to visit family. When we got back from Thanksgiving, we propped open the door to bring crap in from the car because just you come back from trips with crap. I don't know. And of course, when we were doing that, she bolted. So I probably spent 2 hours trying to call this cat, but again, I only had it a month, so I hadn't really made full bond with the cat. She was still pretty free range, but I did think she went under this guy's car. So I went and knocked on my neighbor's door, and to be fair, I'd never talked to him before in my life. Maybe said hi to him on the way to the mailbox, stuff like that. So I knocked on his door at 2 a.m.
Oh, that's a friendly time.
to see if he would just start his car to get my cat to come back, because I knew she was under that car. Of course, he opened the door. Why the fuck you bother me, man?
I mean, I'm a little grumpy when I'm sleepy too, so.
And I'm like, I know, man, I know. I'm sorry, but my cat went under your car. It's like, I know it's asking a lot, but could you just go get your keys, start the car just to run her out so I can try and grab her? He looked at me and he said, no, leave me alone, man.
Nice.
So I stood under the car trying to call this stupid cat that barely knew us again forever.
Didn't you have cat treats?
I finally,
Catnip?
I had cat treats. We looked up stuff online, like
Cats
ideas.
are stubborn, man.
So one of the ideas was to hang one of your dirty socks on the doorknob so they smell the smell, because the smells
The
is
people
how
they haven't bond with.
that's how they locate themselves, is more through scent. And so did all that stuff. The cat was gone for like 2 days. Like day 2, fucking upset, trying, like, oh no, cat's gone, blah blah blah. And I think for her, if she had known it was dead, that may have been a little better than.
Maybe, wondering.
Yeah, maybe it's still out there. But the cat did come back after 2 days, and just stunk of oil. So in my head, I always thought this cat hung on in the car for dear life while that guy drove to work that day for a couple of days.
Shantell, have you ever lost an animal?
My grandma did. Well, I have lost a few, but my grandma dried her cat in the dryer.
Oh man, I've always thought about that as being a possibility.
So yeah, now every time I check, Lucy, are you down there?
I've checked since the day I got the cat.
Like wha-bang, wha-bang, wha-bang.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the overalls, and I'm not sure what the difference is. But these days they seem to call them rompers. Is that does that just mean like overalls without the straps? So it's like a full body thing, but it's like,
I don't know what a fucking romper is.
I don't know, but that's what
honestly.
they've called them lately.
Like,
but do they not have straps?
Is
that
this,
what makes
is
it a
this the
romper?
thing she was wearing?
That's what she was wearing.
No, she had straps, but they were skinny ones. So
But in general,
they seem to be
women
using
are
the
wearing
word.
this thing called rompers.
That's what they've been calling
and
them
it's
lately.
like a t-shirt and then a pants connected.
Which
Right.
I kind of feel like that's what they used to call overalls in England, and they're like, let's
maybe.
use that word.
But
and
they
it's
don't
trendy
have
now.
the buckles here. on
Thank
the
God
front.
they don't, because that's what got peed on.
Overalls have the buckles.
Yeah,
Rompers
rompers.
do
Just
not.
like
It's a one-piece situation, however you get it on and off.
I
it's
mean,
like one of those pajamas that you wore when you were a kid. One piece.
yeah,
Except
aren't
for the
pajamas
zip
called
up.
rompers?
I don't know.
No, they're
The
just
ones
called
with the feet
PJs.
aren't called rompers?
I've never
We called
heard
them
of
footy
that.
pajamas, but
That's
we're
what
from
I've heard,
Iowa.
footy
I think we
pajamas.
need to go to Google and figure this mystery out.
Well, I do need to stop you for a minute because
You don't have a data plan right now? Somebody look it up for real. Let's figure out what rompers are, because I have no clue.
Well, anyway, so I brought up rompers because on the internet it seems like, I don't know if it's a joke. I assume it's a joke, but they're talking about rompers for men. The pictures are hilarious.
Now I'm not wearing fucking men rompers.
says
I don't
a
even know what a
young-
romper is.
A young child's one-piece outer garment.
That's what I thought, yeah.
What else does it say?
A one-piece
adults?
outer garment for adults, typically worn as overalls or as sports clothing.
I think they're just trying to use the word to
But they
sell
don't
this.
have the clips.
But it makes sense if you're an adult
See?
and there's some kind of one suit situation. See, I feel like what we just saw that girl wearing was not a romper.
I
what
thought
is it?
rompers were
It
short
has
ones.
to be something else other than a romper. A romper sounds like is strictly for children's clothing.
No, rompers is all about ladies' clothing right now. But I've never heard it before, like the past year or so.
Right. I can't believe we're talking so much about
Male
fashion.
rompers.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see these male rompers.
It's a one-piece clothing
Yeah, and that's almost, his is almost Elvis-like.
jumpsuit.
Yeah, it's almost a jumpsuit.
I feel like rompers are short jumpsuits.
What is going on with this? Yeah, see, that one's called a jumpsuit. See, I think when it's a
There
kid,
we go.
I think when it's a kid,
Looks
it's a
like
romper.
UPS.
No,
Yeah, it sort of does.
it was for kids maybe.
I think
Lately,
it was for
it's been
kids.
all over women's fashion.
But they're just wearing jumpsuits.
Yeah, and
they
I
were
think-
always called jumpsuits.
I think that they've decided jumpsuits is like an outdated term, and they're like, what can we rebrand them as?
A romper? I'm not wearing a romper. It sounds
not either.
There's
terrible.
another one.
I'm also not wearing a jumpsuit or overalls.
See, she may have been wearing what you are referring to as a romper, but I think she's wearing a jumpsuit.
But she has long. Yeah, she has one longer.
I wish she was
pants.
still here. We could interview her.
So today was our first day playing Crivaro. We had been, I guess, steered away from this place in the past, but for not reasons that I think we should have been.
No, they
And
were-
they were ridiculous
Mhm.
reasons that should have never even been spoken aloud. I guess that if you're an experienced disc golfer, this probably isn't the best. I don't know. I'm kind of torn. If you're a guy that likes to throw long, this is not the place for you.
Mhm.
But I do think it's a short enough course. It makes you work on your short game.
Yeah.
Like
Work
you,
on putting and stuff.
yeah, exactly. You
Mhm.
have to work on putting, or you can't just throw long and kind of hope it ends up near the
Mhm.
hole so you can get an easy putt. It is short. It probably wouldn't take you long to play it. I
No.
mean, it took us longer because we screw around, but
Mhm.
if you were just going out to play disc golf real quick, you could get through this course in, what do you think, a half hour?
Probably.
Like, easily? It is close to the road. I mean, if you're one of those people like me that if I'm throwing to a road, man, I automatically throw worse because
Mhm.
all I'm thinking about is not hitting cars.
And it's a busy road, constant
yeah,
traffic.
like I'm not getting my disc back, which discs aren't expensive, but at the same time, I don't want to lose a disc, especially if I feel, good with it. I do think I would have done better today if I hadn't switched up my driver to the Destroyer. This is my first day playing this park and playing the Destroyer. I think I would have been better served by using my regular disc just because I'm new to the park. It's not a bad park, but
I mean, I did like it. I'm not as well. No, I'm plenty experienced. I'm just not very good. So shorter holes means that I appear to be doing better.
I mean,
but,
you got a birdie on the first hole.
It's just that because there's not a lot of distance traveled. There's not a lot of prettiness. There's not a lot of shade, so it's very hot. But other than that, I mean, it's a nice park. There's a huge splash pad here for kids, so there's a lot of families. There's a playground. It's a nice place. They have good bathrooms, which is important
Yeah,
because
it
you will
is.
have to go pee.
Yeah.
But it is very open. So if you were looking to drink alcohol or engage in any kind of herbal smoking, probably not the best place.
Yeah, probably not.
But it's
yeah.
a nice park.
And there's definitely less disc golfers here than any
Yeah,
of...
probably for those
Again,
reasons.
We've really only been to 2 parks,
Well,
but
3.
it's definitely less than the other 2
Yeah.
parks as far as number of disc
But it's
golfers.
definitely would be a great place for people learning to disc as long as they
Oh,
can
yeah.
figure out the
I honestly, yeah.
how to go.
I wish I had been brought here
Yeah.
the first time I played.
It makes you feel better that
Yeah.
you don't
You're-
throw 15 times to get to the basket.
And I do think if you played it regularly as someone that's good at disc golfing, it will improve your judgment of distance.
Yeah, I think you would be able to see your gains easier here, so
Yeah.
you would, it would be beneficial.
So online it had a 1 star. I mean, I would go 3 stars.
At least 3, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what all of our criteria are, but it's a nice place.
I mean-
it's not a crappy park.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's not...
Well maintained, everything's very nice,
Yep.
and there are bathrooms, which are important.
And very nice bathrooms, actually. Though, if you are a disc golfer that around hole 5 you need to go pee, so you're used to rushing into the woods.
There are no woods,
Yeah,
yeah.
this is not the park for that. You have to walk to
Once
the
again,
bathroom.
there's nowhere to hide here. It's very open.
Pretty much, yeah. All right, I guess that's our review of
Crivaro.
Crivaro Park. That's it for Frisky Discs this week. I'd like to thank Shantell for coming out and joining us again.
No thanks, fancy boat ride, but you know what? We'll be here next week, keeping it frisky as always.
Well, you're welcome.
Okay, we've got several disc golfers near us. We've got one
Oh,
gentleman
yeah,
all
nice.
alone,
Did you have 2 more on 7? A girl
a male
with,
and a female.
yeah, a girl with some very cut up shorts.
They do have a flag on them, so she obviously loves America.
Not a bad drive.
She's pretty good.
Yeah, not bad.
Um,
Yep, here's the boyfriend.
Not on par with boyfriend. He's pretty great.
That's a really good drive, yeah.
Yeah. But she's obviously played before.
And the best part is, it looks like they may be drinking, so they get the spirit of disc golf.
Also, they don't have the whole fanny pack full of different discs. Like, they just work with what they got.
I'm still stuck in a situation where I look like some weirdo because I'm watching them, but it is what it is.
We don't care. You're gonna call the cops? We got some
Maybe
weirdos.
that's what it is, though. Maybe the disc golfers are like, all right, those kids get out of here at 7:30. Let's go
Mhm.
hit up Crivaro.
Yeah, we've got several couples.
Yeah, there's a few
And
people out here now.
we've got a loner, but he's got one of those fanny packs, so he means
Right,
business because he
yeah.
brought 76 discs with him. So one of these couples got jeans on. That
Ooh.
seems like a poor choice, considering how warm it is today.
The female in the cut jeans, man, had, oh, nice, he got a birdie. He was close, but she
No.
had a very good second shot.
To be fair, they're not just cut off, so the America shorts, and she was pretty good.
Yeah, no, not too bad. She got par.
Uh-huh.
He got a birdie. Not too bad. We got 2 more approaching 6, holding hands.
As I said, she's wearing jeans, so that seems like
Yeah.
a poor choice considering how hot it is. But some people are weird about showing their extremities.
Yeah, some people don't like wearing shorts. It is what it is.
I don't think I look great in them, but it's fucking hot, you know. You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta wear a romper when you gotta wear a romper.
Yeah, exactly.
I like his jean shorts. You don't see a lot of jean shorts these days.
You should not see a lot of jean
On
shorts
men.
these days. In general.
She was wearing them and you didn't mind. Just because she's tiny and she's a female. That's what I was saying. On men, definitely it's
okay,
a faux pas.
I will agree with you on men.
Tiny
And
little
leave it at
females. So once again, if you're listening for fashion advice,
that. You're at the right place. This
Yeah.
is Frisky Discs.
yep.
The podcast about fashion advice in Des Moines, Iowa.